Romance of the Three Kingdoms, Chapter 28.
So yeah, we're picking up with Guan Yu. He's on this perilous journey. He's just left Cao Cao. And he's accompanying Liu Bei's two wives heading towards Ruanan.
That's a heavy responsibility.
It really is. And this isn't just like a physical trek. It's a huge test of his loyalty to Liu Bei.
Especially in these chaotic times.
Right.
Yeah.
The political situation is fragmented. Military lines are blurred. The stakes are just incredibly high. His character is really put to the test here.
Okay, so the path to Ruan is dangerous. What's the first big hurdle he faces? Because it comes from someone unexpected, doesn't it?
It does. He, Sun Gan, and the two ladies are making their way, and then bam, who shows up?
Who?
Shi Hudun, with 300 cavalry basically hunting him down.
Wow. Okay, not just some random bandits then. This is a general from Cao's own side.
Exactly. This isn't a simple roadblock.
So what's Shi Hudun's, what's his beef here? Why is he doing this?
Well, it gets personal fast. Shi Hudun immediately accuses Guan Yu, says he killed people on the road,
Okay.
and then gets more specific. You killed my subordinate. And this subordinate was Qin. Now, Qin wasn't just anyone. He was Kai Yang's nephew.
Oh, okay. Nepotism and duty clashing?
And Qin had been directly entrusted to Shi Hudun's care. So, yeah, it looks military, but it's immediately tangled up in personal vendetta, chain of command issues.
Right. Within Cao's own forces, basically.
Precisely. Even among allies or former allies.
So they're squaring off Guan Yu and Xia Hudun about to fight. And then something really weird happens, right? Messengers.
Yeah, it's quite the scene. Just as things are about to escalate, not one, but two messengers arrive.
Two. From Cao.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
both claim to have a document, a pass allowing Guan Yu through.
Wait, so why two? Is Cao playing games? Or is his command just messy?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It's really ambiguous. Could be strategy, could be chaos.
So what does the first messenger say?
The first one says, Cao respects Guan Yu's loyalty. He's worried Guan Yu might get blocked at checkpoints, so here's a pass.
Seems reasonable.
But then Shahrudan asks, what about the killings? Did the prime minister know?
And messenger says, no, he did not know.
There's the catch.
Exactly. Shahrudan jumps on this. Says, well, if Cao didn't know about these crimes, then this pass is invalid. I'm taking him in.
Okay, so things are heating up again. Right. But then, before Shahrudan can act, the second messenger arrives.
With basically the same message.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Similar document, similar story about letting Guan Yu pass. And again, when asked about the killings, claims Cao doesn't know.
Which just makes Xia Hudun more determined, I bet.
Totally. He tries to surround Guan Yu again. It's like, this isn't just adding drama, really highlight Guan Yu's impossible situation.
And maybe show how confusing things were back then. Orders weren't always clear.
Absolutely. Political ambiguity was everywhere. A clear order could easily be a trap or just misinterpreted down the line.
So things are about to explode for the second time.
Yeah.
But then someone else arrives, someone who can actually clear things up.
Yes, thankfully. Just in the nick of time, a familiar face appears. It's Zhang Liao.
Yeah, Zhang Liao. He knows both Guan Yu and Cao well.
He does. And crucially, he brings the definitive word from Cao. No more ambiguity.
Okay, so what's the real message? Does Cao know about the killings or not?
Zhang Liao lays it out plain. He says, yes, Cao does know Guan Yu killed guards and generals on his journey.
He knows. And he still sent passes.
Exactly. And despite knowing, Cao's order stands. All checkpoints are to let Guan Yu pass without obstruction. Period.
Wow, that's unexpected. Especially the explicit acknowledgement.
It really is. Zhang Liao even promises Shahrudan that he'll personally explain the Qin situation to General Kai Yang, smooth things over.
So what does this tell us about Cao? He knows Guan Yu killed his men, potentially disrupting his own command structure, yet he insists on safe passage. What's his angle?
It's fascinating, isn't it? It shows Cao's pragmatic genius, maybe. He clearly values Guan Yu's exceptional character, his loyalty, even though it's loyalty to Liu Bei, his rival.
So respecting the man over the immediate military protocol.
Seems like it. Maybe he sees Guan Yu as a potential future asset, or maybe he just has genuine admiration for that kind of integrity. It's a calculated move.
Calculated how?
Well, letting Guan Yu go, especially after acknowledging his actions, sends a message. Maybe it reinforces Cao's own image as someone who recognizes true worth, even if it means, temporarily undermining his own generals like Xia Hudun. It shows his shrewdness.
Okay, so Zhang Liao delivers this clear message. He even suggests Guan Yu might want to reconsider and go back to Cao, right?
I guess float the idea, yeah. A reasonable suggestion given Cao's gesture.
And Guan Yu's response, after all this.
He's polite, but firm. No. He refuses to return to Cao Cao.
Still loyal to Liu Bei.
Unshakable. But he does ask Zhang Liao to convey his apologies, his regrets, to Cao Cao.
What's the deeper meaning there? Refusing such a clear, perhaps even generous signal from Cao Cao.
It really cements Guan Yu's defining characteristic, doesn't it? For him, that sworn oath to Liu Bei isn't just like an abstract virtue, it's everything.
His core identity.
Exactly. It's more important than personal safety, more important than political convenience offered by the most powerful man around. It solidifies his legend as the embodiment of brotherhood.
But couldn't you argue that's, well, maybe a bit inflexible? In such chaotic times, maybe turning down Cao was missing a chance, maybe to gather intel or exert some influence.
Oh, absolutely. From a purely pragmatic Machiavellian standpoint, maybe it was a missed opportunity, another leader might have seen it differently.
Right.
But that's not Guan Yu. His entire character is built on this unwavering integrity. Compromising that oath, even for a perceived strategic advantage, would fundamentally betray who he is.
So it's honor above all else.
Precisely. And that's a huge part of why he became such a revered figure, you
Yeah.
know, down through Chinese history. That absolute commitment.
Okay, so he navigates that whole mess with Xiao Dun and the messengers. What happens next on the journey? Does it get any easier?
Well, the challenges shift. After that intense encounter, Guan Yu and Senegan continue traveling with the ladies. Several days pass, and they get hit by a huge downpour, just torrential rain. They desperately need shelter.
Right, happens to everyone. Where do they end up?
They find a manor, sort of off the beaten path, and an old man, Guo Chang, comes out.
And he lets them in.
Oh, absolutely. He actually recognizes Guan Yu immediately. His fam precedes him.
Even out here.
Yep. Guo Chang is incredibly welcoming, offers them food, wine, proper shelter for the ladies, fodder for the horses, just rolls out the red carpet, essentially.
That's quite a contrast to the previous encounter.
A sharp contrast, yeah.
Yeah.
It shows how Guan Yu's reputation works both ways, inspiring respect and hospitality from ordinary people, not just military confrontation.
So they settle in for the night, but then there's an issue with the host's family.
There is. Later that evening, Guo Chang's son comes in, and you can immediately tell Guo Chang is, well, troubled by him.
How so? What's the problem?
Guo Chang sort of confides in Guan Yu, laments that his son does not pursue proper work, says he just wanders and hunts, basically loafing around.
Ah, the classic parental worry about an aimless kid.
Totally. Guan Yu tries to be reassuring at first, suggests maybe martial arts could lead to fame in these chaotic times, trying to put a positive spin on it.
But the father isn't buying it.
No, Guo Chang clarifies, no, he's not skilled in martial arts, he's just idle, lacks discipline.
That feels very real. Like, how do parents deal with that, especially when society itself is in upheaval?
Exactly. It's a really human, relatable moment tucked into this epic journey. Shows the anxieties ordinary people face, the breakdown of old ways.
Okay, so awkward family dynamics, but things take a more dramatic turn later that night, don't they?
Oh, yeah. Middle of night, suddenly chaos erupts. Horses neighing, people shouting.
What happened?
It turns out Guo Chang's son, the idle wanderer,
Yeah.
he tried to steal Guan Yu's horse. The red hair
No. The legendary red hair. What was he thinking?
clearly wasn't thinking much at all. He apparently got caught in the act, and the red hair actually kicked him.
Serves him right.
Well, that kick led to a brawl between Guan Yu's attendants who caught him and the manor servants trying to protect the son.
Man, that horse is famous. Shows its value, I guess, even attracting thieves like this.
Absolutely. The red hair isn't just transportation. It's a symbol of power, status, legend. Even a local delinquent recognizes its allure.
So, Guan Yu wakes up to this mess. He must have been furious, trying to steal his horse after receiving hospitality.
Understandably furious, yes. But just as he's dealing with the situation, Guo Chang, the old man, rushes in.
To plead for his son.
Desperately, he falls to his knees, blames his unworthy son, begs Guan Yu for mercy. He even mentions how much his wife dotes on the boy.
Putting Guan Yu in a tough spot again. Anger versus compassion.
A very tough spot. But then Guan Yu recalls what Guo Chang said earlier that evening.
About the son being idle.
Not just that, but the phrase Guo Chang used. A father truly knows his son. It resonates with Guan Yu.
So he sees the father's pain.
Exactly. And out of respect for the old man, for his genuine distress, and remembering the generous hospitality they received, he chooses forgiveness.
He lets the son go, just like that.
He does. He tells Guo Chang to take his son away and just advises his own men, basically, guard the horse better next time.
Wow. That shows incredible restraint. And wisdom, maybe.
I think so. It demonstrates that Guan Yu's sense of honor isn't just about battlefield conduct or loyalty oaths. It includes compassion, weighing a father's grief, understanding human weakness.
Especially considering the hospitality factor.
Right. He balances the crime against the kindness shown. It's leadership that understands relationships in context, not just rigid rules. A truly profound moment. The next morning, the parents are apologizing, and Guan Yu, he actually forgives the son, shows him mercy.
And that first act, that
Yeah.
clemency, it really tells you something, doesn't it?
It does.
It's not just the warrior Guan Yu. He's got this capacity for forgiveness,
Yeah.
even when someone's wronged him directly. And that choice, well, it immediately causes ripples, unexpected ones.
Big ripples. Because the son, you'd think he'd learn his lesson, right?
You'd hope so.
Nope. He vanishes, only to show up again later leading a bunch of bandits.
See? Unexpected consequences.
So soon after leaving Guo Chang's place, Guan Yu, Lady Mi, his sisters-in-law, they run into like over 100 armed guys.
Oh, boy.
And their leader, he's identified as a yellow turban, from that old rebellion. He wants the red hair.
Okay, classic bandit scenario. Demanding the prize possession. But Guan Yu doesn't just fight.
No, he uses his reputation, he challenges the leader, asks him straight up, do you know the names Liu, Guan, and Zheng, the sworn brothers? And the leader, this Pei Yuanshao guy, says, well, I've heard of the red-faced, long-bearded Guan Yuncheng, but I haven't actually seen him.
Wow, the setup.
Exactly. So Guan Yu just stops his horse, opens up that famous beard pouch he carries,
It's a silk bag, yeah.
and shows off the beard. And the effect, it's instant, dramatic. Pei Yuanshao just tumbles off his horse, grabs Guo Chang's son, the thief, and kneels right there in front of Guan Yu.
Wow.
Just-
Wow. That really hits home, doesn't it? The sheer power of his reputation.
Totally.
It's not just stories. His name, his look,
Yeah.
it commands that kind of respect. It can turn a fight into reverence. Makes you think, how do you even build that kind of presence?
It's incredible. So Pei Yuanshao spills the beans, says he used to be a general under Zhang Zhao, the yellow turban leader.
Right, from the original rebellion.
After Zhang Zhao died, he became a bandit. And he says Guo Chang's son tricked him into trying to rob Guan Yu.
Ah, so the son is behind this too.
Then Pei Yuanshao mentions another legendary guy, Zhu Kang. Lives on Woni Mountain, supposedly has the strength of 1,000 caddies.
Which is like, what, 1,300 pounds?
Yeah.
Insane strength.
Exactly. Also a former yellow turban and apparently a huge admirer of Guan Yu.
And just as he mentions him, the timing in these stories is always perfect, isn't it?
Right on cue. Zhu Kang himself shows up, leading his own band of followers,
Right.
described as black-faced, tall, carrying a spear. And when he spots Guan Yu, he's just overcome.
You can imagine seeing the legend in person.
He jumps off his horse, pledges total loyalty on the spot, begs Guan Yu, let me serve you. I'll just be a foot soldier, walk beside your horse. I'd die for the chance.
That's intense. That immediate, absolute loyalty, it really speaks volumes,
Yeah.
Especially for someone like Zhu Kang, who's maybe been feeling lost, a bandit after the rebellion failed. Finding a leader like Guan Yu gives him, well, purpose. He wants that legitimacy.
It's powerful stuff. But Guan Yu, he hesitates. He doesn't just say yes.
Yeah.
He actually goes and talks to Lady Gan and Lady Mei. And Lady Gan, she gives some very practical advice, very cautious.
Okay, what does she say?
She reminds him basically, look, you've been through a lot alone since Shudu. You even turned down that other guy, Liao Hua, who wanted to join you.
Right, I remember that.
So why, she asked, would you suddenly take on Zhu Tang and his whole gang? And the text says she calls it the shallow view of a woman.
Yes, that framing. But putting the phrasing aside, her point is strategically sound, isn't it?
Totally.
She's thinking logistics, safety, a big group is a target. It's hard to manage, especially when they're vulnerable. It's actually really smart counsel. It shows she's not just passive. She's thinking about the reality of the journey.
Absolutely. It's a great moment of practical wisdom versus maybe Guan Yu's desire for allies.
Necessary check, perhaps.
And Zhu Tang hears this conversation, or at least hears about the concern. And what does he do?
Doubles down, I bet.
Exactly. He says, okay, fine. I'll send all my men away with Pei Yuanshao. I'll come alone, on foot. Just let me follow you.
Wow. He really means it.
He does, and he sends them off. Pei Yuanshao leaves, the text says, unhappily, which is understandable.
Yeah, probably wanted it on the action too. But Zhu Kang, that's pure devotion, giving up his command, his men, everything.
It really defines him from this point on, that unwavering loyalty.
So Guan Yu now has Zhu Kang. A powerful, devoted ally.
Right. So they continue heading towards Runan, travel a few days, then up ahead they see this mountain city.
Okay.
Guan Yu asks a local farmer, what's that place called? And the farmer tells him, oh, that's Gucheng, ancient city.
Gucheng. Sounds familiar.
It gets better. The farmer says, yeah, a general named Zhang Fei showed up a few months back.
No way. Zhang Fei.
Yes, Zhang Fei.
Yeah.
Kicked out the local magistrate, took over the city, gathered 3,000 to 5,000 soldiers. It's a proper stronghold now.
Oh my goodness. Talk about serendipity. After all this time, all this searching.
Right.
He finds Zhang Fei not just alive, but in command of a fortified city with thousands of troops. It's huge.
A game changer.
Absolutely. It's not just finding his brother, it's finding a power base. Suddenly their whole situation looks different. It really shows how resourceful these guys were, even when separated.
Guan Yu is, as you can imagine, overjoyed. He immediately sends Sun Qian, another follower, ahead into the city.
To announce their arrival.
Yeah. Tell Zhang Fei they're here. Prepare for the reunion, finally.
Zhang Fei, he's been up in Mengdang Mountain for, over a month? And he's clearly not the type to wait around. He needed grain. The official at Ancient City said no. So Zhang Fei just kicked him out, took the seal, took the city. Boom.
Exactly. Speaks volumes about him, doesn't it? Decisive, maybe a bit hot-headed. And right into the situation walks Sun Qian. He's sent by Guan Yu. And he's got big news. Liu Bei, their elder brother, he's left Yuanshao. He's gone to Runan. The message for Zhang Fei is simple. Guan Yu's nearby. He's got Liu Bei's wives, Gan and Mio, and he wants to meet.
Okay, so you're expecting cheers, right? Hugs, a big reunion. Nope, not even close. Zhang Fei sees Guan Yu and just attacks immediately. The text says, round glaring eyes, tiger whiskers bristling, roaring like thunder, charges him with a spear. What is going on in Zhang Fei's head here?
It's pure, unfiltered fury, fueled by perceived betrayal. He yells right at him, you are disloyal. What face do you have to see me? He's completely convinced Guan Yu sold out. You know, betrayed your elder brother, surrendered to Cao Cao, got titles, rewards. He thinks Guan Yu is there to trick him. Maybe capture him for Cao Cao. It's a total breakdown of trust.
Wow, it just shows how fast that deep trust can, evaporate. Especially when perception, even if it's wrong, takes over.
And Guan Yu is just stunned, right? He's trying to say, wait, how am I disloyal? You don't know the whole story. But Zhang Fei, he's not hearing any of it. Just pure rage.
This is where Liu Bei's wives step in, Ganu and Mio. That feels crucial. They actually call out to Zhang Fei, try to explain, Guan Yu staying with Cao Cao, that was necessity. He didn't know where anyone was.
Yeah.
They say things like, second uncle temporarily took shelter.
Yeah.
He didn't know your whereabouts, and his stay in Judu was out of helplessness.
You'd think that would work, wouldn't you? Testimony from the wives themselves. But Zhang Fei, he has this incredibly rigid moral code. He basically says a loyal official dies before being disgraced. A true man can't serve two masters. He's completely unmoved. He even dismisses Sun Qian when Sun Qian tries to back Guan Yu up. He thinks they're both in on it, trying to lure him into a trap.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? How often do we maybe cling to our own beliefs like that, even when people try to explain, especially if we feel like our trust has been broken?
Absolutely. His conviction is just absolute. It's like, it blinds him. He sees betrayal, and every piece of evidence, even explanations, just reinforces that belief.
And then, as if things weren't tense enough, soldiers appear, a whole band of them, and they're from Cao Cao's army. Zhang Fei points, see? Isn't that the army coming?
Well, for him, this is it, the final proof. I was right all along.
Yeah, terrible timing. Or maybe perfect timing for Guan Yu.
Yeah.
It forces his hand. He knows words are useless now. He yells desperate, wait, brother, watch me kill this general. That will show you my true heart. It's a last resort. Only action will work now. And Zhang Fei, still suspicious, throws down this insane challenge. He says, okay, if you're really loyal, I'll beat the drums 3 times. Cut off the general's head before the 3rd roll ends. I mean, that's almost designed to be impossible, right?
It really is. The pressure is immense. And then we find out who the general is. It's Cai Yang. And Cai Yang is personally furious with Guan Yu because Guan Yu killed his nephew, Qin Shi, earlier. He was actually heading to Runan anyway, on Cao Cao's orders, and just stumbled into the situation. Adds another whole layer of danger.
Okay, so here it is, the climax. Zhang Fei grabs the drumsticks himself, starts beating the drum, and Guan Yu, wow. Before one drum roll was complete, Guan Yu's blade struck and Cai Yang's head fell. Just like that. Swift. Brutal. Undeniable. He knew exactly what Zhang Fei needed to see.
Precisely. Action, not words. And there's one final piece. Guan Yu captures one of Tai Yang's soldiers. And this soldier confirms everything. Tai Yang's orders, what he said, Guan Yu's time in Shudu, the whole story. And that, combined with the head rolling on the ground, that finally convinces Zhang Fei he believes him.
It's incredible. It really asks you, what does it take? When trust is shattered that badly, what does it take to truly believe someone again?
Sometimes.
Yeah, actions speak way louder.
And right on cue, almost like it's scripted, Mi Zhu and Mi Fang show up. They got separated way back in Zuzu, finally made it to Ancient City. And guess what? They also confirm Guan Yu's story. Just adds more weight, more proof of his loyalty.
So then you get the real emotional release. The two ladies tell the full story, all the danger Guan Yu went through for them. And Zhang Fei just breaks down. The text says he's crying loudly and bowing to Yun Chang, that's Guan Yu's courtesy name. Mizu and Mi Fang are moved too. Then Zhang Fei shares his own story. And finally, they have a banquet. Reconciliation, brotherhood restored. Powerful stuff.
Yeah, it's a huge moment. So with everyone back together, they immediately start thinking strategy. Zhang Fei's ready to go. Right, let's head to Reunited and find Liu Bei. But Guan Yu, he's thinking ahead. He says, wait, maybe Zhang Fei should stay, protect the ladies here in Ancient City. He and Sun Qin will go scout for Liu Bei first. Shows his practical leadership.
Good thing, too, because the news from Renan isn't great. Turns out Liu Bei was there, but didn't have enough troops, so he actually left already. Headed to Hebei, to Yuanshao. So, okay, plan B needed. The situation just keeps shifting.
Right. So the new plan, suggested by Sun Qin, is for Guan Yu to go to Hebei himself and bring Liu Bei back to Ancient City. Zhang Fei is worried, understandably. Guan Yu killed two of Yuan Shao's best generals, Yan Liang and Wen Chao. That's not exactly a welcome mat, but Guan Yu is confident. He says, no matter, when I arrive, I will adapt to this situation, trusting his own skill and maybe reputation.
And he makes a really key point about Ancient City. He says, having this city is where we can establish ourselves. It cannot be easily abandoned. That's smart thinking, right? They need a base. It's about long-term survival.
Definitely. And before leaving, Guan Yu sends Zhu Kang on a side quest. Go to Wen Yu Mountain, recruit Pei Yuan Shao and his troops, maybe 400, 500 men, bolster their forces. Smart move.
So Guan Yu sets off. Just a small group, 20-something cavalry, heading for Hebei. Sun Qin advises caution. Wait outside the main area. Let me scout first. Sensible. You feel the uncertainty again.
And just as this part of the story wraps up, there's this little interesting encounter. Guan Yu stops at a manor, meets an elder named Guan Ding. Turns out they share the same surname. The elder knows Guan Yu's fame, offers him lodging, even introduces his sons. It's a small moment of calm and connection amidst all the chaos, a reminder of the world outside the battles.
Liu Bei is in such a dangerous spot. He's basically Yuan Shao's guest, but let's be real, he's more like a well-kept prisoner. He's under constant watch. He's lost his territory. His sworn brothers Guan Yu and Zhang Fei are scattered who knows where, and he's really, truly at rock bottom, it seems. He desperately needs a way out, just to survive, let alone rebuild.
Right, so how do you even begin to escape that kind of situation? He's stuck there with Yuan Shao, his own forces are tiny, his main guys are gone, and then almost out of nowhere, right, a breakthrough appears. Sun Qin, one of his key advisors, somehow manages to ride into Yuan Shao's territory alone and finds him. What's the play here?
Well, the first thing Liu Bei does, very shrewdly, is ask Sun Qin to secretly fetch Jian Yang, another trusted advisor who happens to be nearby.
Ah, okay, so a secret meeting is needed, urgently.
Exactly. They need a plan, and they need it fast, especially under Yuan Shao's nose. And what's really fascinating here is the plan Jian Yang comes up with. It's simple, but incredibly effective. He tells Liu Bei, go to Yuan Shao, and suggests you go to Jingzhou.
Jingzhou, the big southern region. Why there?
To persuade Liu Biao, the governor there, to ally with Yuan Shao against Cao Cao. That's the pitch.
Okay, see, that would definitely appeal to Yuan Shao. He hates Cao Cao.
Precisely. It plays right into Yuan Shao's main obsession, getting Liu Biao on side with all his resources. That's a huge strategic win for Yuan Shao, or so he thinks. It perfectly masks Liu Bei's real goal, which is just get out, escape, and start putting the pieces back together.
Wow, that's some serious misdirection. It leverages Yuan Shao's own ambition against him. So Liu Bei takes his plan straight to Yuan Shao. He sells the idea, talks up Liu Biao's strength, and Jingzhou says, look, we really should get him on board to hit Cao Cao together. Yuan Shao's interested, naturally, but he mentions he's tried before, and Liu Biao said no.
Right, but Liu Bei has the perfect counter ready. He says, but he's my kinsman, family. If I go talk to him, he won't refuse.
That personal connection angle. You think that's what really swayed Yuan Shao?
I think it was huge. Yuan Shao, for all his bluster, wasn't great at understanding, let's say, the nuances of personal loyalty or diplomacy. Liu Bei knew exactly how to play the kinship card. Framing it like that, as a family matter only he could handle, made it seem like a low-risk, high-reward opportunity for Yuan Shao, an easy win he didn't have to work for.
Okay, makes sense. But then the conversation takes a weird turn, doesn't it? Yuan Shao suddenly brings up Guan Yu. He's heard Guan Yu left Cao Cao and might be heading his way, and Yuan Shao actually says, I should kill him, to avenge Yan Liang and Wen Chao, his generals Guan Yu had killed earlier.
Yeah, a dangerous moment. Liu Bei has to think incredibly fast here.
But he does. He delivers that absolutely classic line. Let me try and get the essence of it. He basically says, look, Yan Liang and Wen Chao, they were like two deer. Guan Yu, he's a tiger. What's the big deal about losing two deer if you get a tiger instead? How powerful was saying that right there?
No, incredibly potent, because it does a few things at once. First, it flatters Yuan Shao by acknowledging Guan Yu as this amazing warrior, a tiger, someone worthy of Yuan Shao's attention. Second, it downplays the loss of Yan Liang and Wen Chao. Sorry guys, you're just deer. Reframing it not as a loss, but as a potential upgrade. It's strategic logic wrapped in a compliment. And Yuan Shao, who loves strength and reputation, just eats it up.
So he backs down.
Completely.
Yeah.
He laughs, says he's just joking, yeah, right, and even agrees to let Sun Qian go find Guan Yu and bring him over. And crucially, he decides to send Jian Yang with Liu Bei, supposedly to, quote, monitor him.
Uh-oh. Does anyone see through this?
Guatu does, one of Yuan Shao's advisors. He pipes up, says, hey, I bet Liu Bei won't come back. He's completely right, but Yuan Shao just waves him off.
Typical Yuan Shao, doesn't listen.
It's a pattern. He struggles to judge character, or maybe just doesn't trust his advisors enough. A real weakness.
And just like that, they're gone. Liu Bei, Sun Qian, Jian Yang, right out of the city.
Just like that. Riding hard for Guanding's village. It's an amazing escape, really.
Yeah.
Built on quick wits and playing the odds.
So Liu Bei's free, finally. He, Sun Qian, and Jian Yang make it to this village, Guanding's place. And who happens to be there already? Guan Yu. Fate. You can just imagine the relief. What's that meeting like?
It's incredibly moving as described. Guan Yu rushes out, they grab each other's hands, and they just weep. Can't even speak at first. And connecting this to the bigger picture, this isn't just, oh good, my best general is back. It's so much more.
Yeah.
It's restoring the heart and soul of his whole movement. Guan Yu isn't just a fighter. He's a symbol of that sworn brotherhood, that loyalty that's been broken apart for so long. Getting him back instantly boosts Liu Bei's standing, his legitimacy, and you have to think the morale of everyone with him. It shows how those deep personal bonds are foundational.
Wow. Okay, so a huge emotional moment. But the story doesn't stop there, right? Guanding introduces his sons.
That's right. There's Guanning, the older one, more of a scholar type. And then the younger one, Guanping, who's only 18 but already skilled with weapons.
And Liu Bei spots an opportunity, or maybe just has a really insightful idea.
Both, probably. Liu Bei points out, his brother Guan Yu doesn't have a son yet. He suggests Guan Yu adopt Guanping.
Just like that, how does that go down?
Guanding, the father, is apparently thrilled. And Guanping immediately performs the bows, accepting Guan Yu as his father and, importantly, recognizing Liu Bei as his Bo-fu, his paternal uncle.
So he's instantly part of the inner circle. What's the significance of adoption like this back then?
Oh, it was a really big deal culturally. In that society, adoption was a powerful way to cement loyalty, to build family lines, especially for warriors who might not have direct heirs yet or face constant danger. It's not just adding another soldier to the ranks. It integrates Guanping right into the core family of Liu Bei's cause. His loyalty isn't just sworn, it's now familial. He's dedicated.
Okay, another piece falls into place. But then, more drama. Someone else shows up, injured.
Yeah, just as they're getting ready to leave, this guy Zhu Tang stumbles in, looking pretty beat up.
Mm-hmm.
He's got this wild story for Guan Yu. Says he ran into some unknown general who'd taken over Wani Mountain, Bandit Mountain, basically. This mystery general apparently killed the local bandit chief, Pei Yuan Shao, and then proceeded to defeat Zhu Tang himself several times in combat.
Ooh, okay, so this new guy is seriously tough if he beat Zhu Tang multiple times. Zhu Tang's no slouch.
Exactly. He's clearly a top-tier fighter. Zhu Tang is there basically to report this powerful newcomer to Guan Yu.
And this description, a powerful unknown general taking down bandits, besting Zhu Tang, it clicks something for Liu Bei immediately.
Instantly. Liu Bei apparently just calls out something like, could that possibly be Zilong?
Zilong, Zhao Yu, and he thinks it's Zhao Yu.
He does. And here's where it gets really interesting.
Don't leave us hanging. It is Zhao Yun, right?
It is indeed Zhao Yun. The reveal is it's a game changer. Finding Zhao Yun, the Zhao Yun, at this exact moment.
Wow, talk about luck turning. Zhao Yun is legendary.
Absolutely. He's known for his skill, his integrity, his loyalty. But a very selective loyalty. Getting him on side is a massive boost, not just militarily, but for their whole reputation. Another tiger joins the cause.
So Zhao Yun has to explain himself, right? Where's he been all this time since he and Liu Bei were separated way back?
Right. He tells his story. His old boss, Gong Xumzan, was defeated by Yuan Shao and killed himself. Zhao Yun didn't want to serve Yuan Shao since he wasn't the right kind of leader, so he went looking for Liu Bei, heard he was in Zhu province, but by the time he got near, Shu province had fallen to Cao Cao. Then he heard Guan Yu was with Cao Cao and Liu Bei was with Yuan Shao.
Man, talk about confusing times. He must have felt totally lost.
Completely adrift, no master, nowhere to really belong. He basically says he felt homeless. That's how he ended up wandering near Wanyu Mountain, ran into the bandit Pei Yuan Shao, killed him, and sort of took over the place.
So this raises a key question then. Zhao Yun is obviously amazing. Why didn't he just sign up with Yuan Shao or someone else powerful? Why stay unaligned for so long?
And that really speaks volumes about him. It highlights his character, his deep-seated need to find the right leader, not just any leader. He explicitly tells Liu Bei, "I've traveled everywhere looking for a master worth serving, and there's no one like you."
Wow.
Yeah. He follows up with something like, "Now that I can follow you, my life's ambition is met. Even if I die horribly in your service, I'll have zero regrets."
That's incredible devotion.
It really underscores that theme, doesn't it?
Yeah.
In these chaotic times, choosing who to follow wasn't just about who had the biggest army. It was about character, about finding someone who inspired that kind of fierce personal loyalty. Zhao Yun picking Liu Bei over bigger names says a lot about Liu Bei's own virtue.
So the core brotherhood is finally back together. Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei is still out there somewhere, but now Zhao Yun too. What happens next? A party.
Pretty much. First, they decide Wanyu Mountain isn't the place. They burn the stronghold down, no going back. Then they gather up all the people and soldiers Zhao Yun had collected there, and they head straight for Gan City, where Zhang Fei is waiting.
Okay, Gan City, this must be the big reunion moment.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As they approach, Zhang Fei rushes out to meet them, along with Mizu and Mi Fang, loyal supporters who've been with Liu Bei for ages.
And Liu Bei's wives are there too, safe and sound?
Yes, the two wives, Lady Gan and Lady Mi, are there. And they immediately start telling everyone about Guan Yu's heroic journey protecting them earlier. You can just feel the collective relief, the sense of triumph. Finally, they're all back together.
The core team reunited. Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Zhao Yun. Plus the key advisors, that's huge.
It's immense, both emotionally and strategically. This isn't just a random collection of warriors anymore. This is the legitimate heart of Liu Bei's power structure, finally reassembled. Having Liu Bei, Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, and Zhao Yun all in one place, backed by Sun Qin, Jian Yong, Mi Zhu, Mi Fang. It gives them credibility, strength, and a clear focal point after being so fractured. It really shows how those personal bonds create a truly formidable base.
And you mentioned a party. I bet they celebrated this.
Oh, did they ever? The text says they slaughtered cattle and horses, held big ceremonies thanking heaven and earth. Basically, they feasted for days, just pure joy and relief.
Liu Bei must have been ecstatic. His brothers, his advisors, plus new allies. How strong are they now, force-wise?
The text mentions they command about 4,000 to 5,000 soldiers in total.
Okay, so not a massive horde compared to Yuan Shao or Cao Cao, but...
But it's a solid core, highly motivated, loyal, and led by some of the best commanders of the age. Plus, they've added Guan Ping and Zhu Tang to the mix. It's a significant force, especially considering where Liu Bei was just a short time ago.
And this newfound strength leads to a decision, right? They don't just stay put in good city.
Exactly. This renewed strength fuels their next strategic move. They get an invitation from Liu Pai and Gong Du, former Yellow Turban rebels who now hold Renan. They decide to abandon Gal City and move their entire operation to Renan. This is key. It signals they're done just surviving. They're consolidating, planning, maybe looking to make their next move. Shifting from defense back towards offense, it feels like a real comeback is starting. Right. Meanwhile, back at Yuan Shao's camp, the news must have finally sunk in that Liu Bei isn't coming back. Oh yeah. And Yuan Shao is furious. Predictably, he finds out Liu Bei has gone, just like Guo Tu warned him. His first reaction, get the army ready, we're going after him.
But Guo steps in again? The same guy who warned him before?
The very same. But this time, Guo offers completely different advice. It's quite the turnaround.
What does he say now? I told you so.
Not quite. He basically says, look, Liu Bei, he's not worth worrying about right now. Uses the phrase Trin, beneath consideration almost.
Seriously. After Liu Bei just played him so masterfully.
I know. And then Guo says, the real problem, the strong enemy, Cao Cao, he's the one we need to crush.
So ignore Liu Bei, focus everything on Cao Cao.
That's the advice. And what's really fascinating here is Guo's next suggestion. He proposes an alliance.
With who?
With Sun Ce down Jiangdong. He paints this picture of Sun Ce as this mighty power, controls the 3 rivers, holds 6 commanderies, has tons of smart advisors, and brave warriors. So the new plan is ally with Sun Ce, and together they can squeeze Cao Cao. It completely shifts Yuan Shao's focus away from the escaped Liu Bei.
Wow, that's a huge strategic pivot based on Guo's advice. Does Yuan Shao buy it?
He does, remarkably quickly. Maybe the idea of a powerful new ally appealed to his ego, or maybe he just genuinely agreed Cao Cao was the bigger threat. Whatever the reason, he agrees immediately and dispatches an envoy, Chen Zhen, to go negotiate with Sun Ce.
So Liu Bei's escape, which Guo initially warned about, ends up causing Yuan Shao to completely ignore Liu Bei. That's quite ironic.
It really is. A critical misstep, arguably, driven by Liu Bei's cleverness and maybe Yuan Shao's own flawed judgment.